Hello everyone. In this video, we're going to be looking at the three different ways that volcanoes can form. Um, we kind of started looking at this last week when we were talking about plate boundaries. So the first way that volcanoes form is the one that we went over last week. And that's when we have two plates that are colliding with each other. Okay, and those two plates can either be an oceanic or a continental plate or an oceanic and oceanic plate. And what we see happening here in this video is that one oceanic plate is subducting, going underneath another oceanic plate. That subducting plate starts to melt, that magma rises up, and it forms a volcano. The second type of volcano that we can get is at a divergent boundary. And we didn't talk about divergent boundaries last week. But what a divergent boundary is when two plates are moving away from each other. They're diverging. And when that happens, a little space opens up in between the two plates. And hot things rise, and the magma underneath those plates, being hot, just rises up through that crack between the two plates. And that's going to give us a volcano. Usually these volcanoes are under the ocean, but most of the volcanoes in the world happen at that divergent boundary. Okay, and here's the last one. The last way that we get volcanoes is something called a hotspot. And think of a hotspot as like a blowtorch coming up from the Earth's core. It's a really, really hot stream of magma just rising from the center of the Earth. And when that hot stream of magma hits the bottom of the crust, it starts to melt that crust. And as that crust melts, that magma begins to rise up through the crust, and we get volcanoes on the top. Now, because the plate is moving over this spot, what we get is a chain of volcanoes coming up from this hotspot.